We wait for the lights. It's the Chinese Grand Prix. We go to 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. The Racing Points gets a great start, as does the Rhino. He slots into second place. Down towards turn 1. There's a bit of contact near the back, I think. It's side by side between the Haas and the Mercedes, it looks like now. The Mercedes and the Red Bull, I think that's Dennis back there that's fighting with Nick. And it is Dennis and Nick going side by side. Now Nick just gets ahead, just stays behind Dennis, and we have a Ferrari round. And that is, oh, that's so unfortunate for him, as he was out in Q2. As they all go through, the S's now. It's side by side between the Racing Point and the Alfa Romeo. And I think that the Racing Point's going to get ahead, I have a feeling. And he is just ahead of the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo doesn't put up much of a fight into the next hard braking zone. It's all clean from the back to the front. Everyone's getting away pretty cleanly there, except for obviously the Ferrari, who got spun around on the first lap. It's side by side between the Haas and the Racing Point. Racing Point's on the inside. He will get the better line through there. Blaze Tim up into 6th place and stays in 6th place. Down the straight, one of the longest straights in all the 2020 tracks here at the back straight in China. Down the straight, and it's side by side once again between Tim and the Haas. Around the outside he tries to go. Tim tries to block him off as best as he can, and he does block him off into the final corner, and Tim just stays ahead and stays in 6th place. What a first lap we're having here in China. Into the braking zone, he's right up the back, and a bit of contact between the Racing Point and the front wing of that Haas, and the Haas does not get a good launch off there. Another Alfa Romeo was going at him, but the Alfa Romeo has problems of his own, as the Alfa Tauri is trying to get past him as well. Which way is he going to go? Is he going to go to the inside? No. He goes to the outside, breaks a bit earlier, gets a great switchback move as he does the old switcheroo on him. That was a great move. Now around the outside, the Mercedes trying to get past the McLaren, which he does, but not without going off the track completely, and might pick up a penalty for that as well. Down the straight they go. He's going to go to the left-hand side, and he absolutely flies past the Racing Point. But the Racing Point's not too keen on letting him go without a battle, so he goes to the inside, and it's side by side there as the Mercedes gets pushed a little bit wide there. And now he's going to try to go to the left-hand side, and there's a bit of contact there as he goes off the track yet again. The Mercedes looking like he's very much struggling on those soft compound tires just behind. The Williams going a bit wide as well, and now the Alfa Romeo flies past the Mercedes, and that was a great move from him. I'm thinking that the soft runners are going to possibly go for a two-stop, as we have a bit of a battle here between the Haas and the Mercedes. Around the outside, it goes the Haas, goes the long way around. Down the straight they go, and he's got that place from the Mercedes, but I'm sure that the Alfa Tauri will like to be picking up the scraps as well, as the Alfa Tauri is right up the gearbox of the Mercedes. He pulls to the right-hand side and flies past the Mercedes into the braking zone. And wide goes the Mercedes, and he almost spins 360 degrees around, but luckily keeps it in a straight line. He's got a good slipstream here into the braking zone, right up the gearbox of him, and I'm sure that he's going to fly past on the straight with DRS slipstream. Rich Mixon overtake as well as they go through the long right-hander, and he will have DRS, but it's side by side, so he will not get the slipstream that he so dearly wants. But I don't think it'll make much of a difference in the outcome of this battle, as he's going to have DRS, so he's going to have so much more pace, and he does, and he gets past his teammate. Relatively easy move from him, as behind the two Williams might be gearing up to have a little bit of a scrap back there as well. He's got a pretty good run on his teammate there. I don't think it'll be enough unless his teammate makes a mistake, which he has. He's gone a bit wide, and that'll give him the run that he needs to try to fly past his teammate, and it's a drag race to the next corner, but he gets in front of his teammate with DRS, and he flies past his teammate, and that looks like a very easy overtake from him. As we pick up on this battle, the Alfa Romeo closing up to the McLaren. The McLaren cuts him off on the inside, but he switches to the outside. He makes a brilliant overtake. Wow, look at that. Also from the McLaren, quite hard defensive moves there. So he's definitely not too keen on letting him pass. And around the outside goes the AlphaTauri out of the pits. The Williams trying to just get ahead, but maybe the undercuts worked. As around the outside goes the AlphaTauri, and the Williams makes a bit of an error there, and the AlphaTauri gets ahead in the pit stops. I mean, he's definitely closing up, and he's side by side in front of the McLaren as the McLaren went a bit wide there. Down the inside goes the McLaren, though. This is a great battle, but not anymore as the McLaren gets hit and spins about halfway around, and luckily is still in 8th place there. Here he comes. He's going to go to the right-hand side, which is down the inside for the hairpin. He sends it on him, late braking, and there's a bit of contact there, and I'm sure that the Renault is not too happy about that that overtake there, as there was a load of contact there as the McLaren turned in very late there. Try around the outside at turn 1, which switches to the inside for turn 2, but he goes around the outside at turn 2, goes a bit wider than I'm sure that he would have liked, and he does not get that overtake that he would have wanted. But down the straight they go. He's got a great run, and he's side by side with the McLaren, and he's going to go down the inside, but he just is a little bit too far back. The McLaren just stays ahead of him. There was a bit of contact there as well. He's coming back at him through the long right-hander. He's going to go to the left-hand side. Oh no, they're going to crash, and they have. And straight into the wall goes the Haas, and that was coming, and you could tell that was coming right from the outset when the McLaren moved to the right and then moved aggressively to the left, as off the track again goes the Haas, and that was inevitable from the moment that the McLaren moved in that particular way. Here he comes. He's going to go probably to the inside, I would imagine. And yes, he does. Down the inside he goes on those fresh, hard compound tires on the Williams with the mediums, and now the Alfa Romeo is now possibly thinking about a move to the Williams, and he will go for a move as he's got a great run compared to the Williams to the right-hand side, and he blasts past the Williams with relative ease. He's got a great run. He goes to the left-hand side, around the outside at turn 1. They almost make a little bit of contact wheel to wheel there. The Racing Point and the Renault. Down the inside goes the Renault, and he's really fighting this all the way around. Is the Racing Point really not too keen on letting him pass, and he won't let him pass on that corner. But down the straight they go. Will he be able to go for a move? No. The Racing Point doing some great defensive moves there to stay ahead. I have a feeling that whatever the Racing Point does right here, it's inevitable that the Renault gets past. As you can see, the speed of that Renault around the outside. Oh, maybe the Racing Point might be able to fight back. So close, but I don't think he will. And no, he is not able to, especially after that contact with the rear tire of that Renault. He kind of spins around a little bit as the Renault completely knocks up a load of dust. As here comes the Alfa Romeo to try to go around the outside, possibly of the Red Bull. It's an opportunistic move, but I don't think he will be able to, and no, he is not. Here he comes on the Red Bull. He goes to the left-hand side and into the braking zone. He goes around the outside. Can he get this overtake done? He tried it into turn 1, and he will try it again in the penultimate corner, but won't get that move done. Going through the chicane. Oh, no. We've seen cars get caught out by the gusting winds at that corner. We saw it in qualifying, and we see it again in the race, and it looks like damage to that front wing of that Renault as he makes his way back onto the circuit. He has massive front wing damage. As you can see, he's understeering all over the circuit, and he gets caught out. Once again, we see cars getting caught out there. As he heads into the pits to fix that front wing damage. Oh no, he's missed his braking point, and straight into the wall he goes, and he's lucky that the damage is on reduced, or else he would have been out of this race, and that was almost a Pastor Maldonado moment, almost a Lewis Hamilton moment. Closing up at a rate of knots. He's going to go to the left-hand side, around the outside of the Red Bull. And I have a feeling that he might finally get this move done. which he has, but not without a massive battle from the Red Bull, who is not keen on letting him pass. Down the inside he goes. This is a titanic battle once again between these two drivers. Samuel not leaving any room, but keeping it clean, and he just stays ahead. These two are going to continue their battle down the straight. This time he's going to have DRS on Samuel. Can he finally get past? To the left-hand side he goes, around the outside, but Samuel has the inside line, so he can block him up any way that he can, which he does. He squeezes him out, but I'm sure that he's very keen to get back at him, and he will have DRS on this next straight as well. Samuel really moving all over the circuit, struggling for grip. He's going to go to the right-hand side and down towards turn one. Who's going to come out on top of this battle? Around the outside, and finally he gets past, but Samuel still on the inside. This is a titanic battle. Oh my goodness me, as Samuel just swings it around the outside and just stays ahead of the Alfa Romeo. We pick up on this battle side by side through turns 1 and 2. McLaren v. Williams around the outside. Goes to Williams on the McLaren, and he's got that move done. And that looked very simple there, but the McLaren's now coming back at him, and he's in front of the Williams there. Oh, we lost the rear end, and side by side between the Renault and the Haas. The Renault's on the inside. Haas is around the outside. Oh no, there's contact, and he's lost the rear end. And luckily, he keeps that car in a straight line and drifts it around that corner, and lucky to still be in this race. On the straight they go. He has a great run. He has slipstream. Richmond's DRS. Richmond's gonna overtake his round. He goes down the inside, and he's got that move, but it's a nice switcheroo from the Renault as he gets past him. On the straight they go. These two have been battling all race long. He goes to the outside. Around the outside he goes of Samuel, and it's side by side turns through turn 1, and Samuel just stays ahead once again. He's coming at him once again. Down the straight they go. He'll have DRS slipstream. Richmond's an overtake as well to try to blast past Samuel. Once and for all, he goes to the outside. Samuel has the inside. It's side by side between these two drivers, and it's so close he could barely fit a piece of paper between them. But Samuel stays ahead somehow. Once again stays ahead of this battle. And surprise, surprise, once again these two are going at it around the outside once again. The Alfa Romeo tries it again. He tried it a lap before and it didn't work, and he tries it again a lap later and it still doesn't work. And surprise, surprise, they're still battling it. Is he? No, he's a little bit too far back to make a move at this point in the race. And we have a safety car, a virtual safety car. Oh no, and he's run straight into the back of Samuel. I guess he got distracted by the safety car, and Samuel slowed down so much because of the safety car that he ran straight into the back of Samuel, and he has some major damage to that front wing, and Jay is out of the race. Oh, and Yorgos is under investigation for speeding under the safety car. That's a drive-through. If anything, that's a drive-through, and there you can see it's a drive-through penalty for Yorgos. So he will have to serve that drive-through penalty, and I'm sure that he'll be doing it on this lap. Unfortunate for him that the safety car didn't come out for very long, but there you can see he's coming into the pits. Now the big question is, will he come out in second place, or will he lose third or possibly even fourth place to Samuel as well? Only time will tell, as he's in a drive-through, so he won't lose as much time as if he had a stop-go penalty, because he doesn't need to pull into a pit slot there. As you can see, they're coming around the final corner now to the pit exit. Where does he come out? Yorgos just comes out in front of him. So lucky for Yorgos, he's just in front of Samuel, but a charging Samuel at that. Down the straight they go. The Alpha Tower to the inside of the Renault. He dives it down the inside, late break in, and he's got that move done. He squeezes the Renault out a little bit as well. But the Renault trying to come back at him, but I don't think he will be able to. And no, he's not able to. But there was a bit of contact there, but he will have a good run, so maybe he will be able to. After all that, he gets squeezed a little bit towards the grass as well. Around the outside he goes on the Alpha Tauri. Alpha Tauri's on the inside, just squeezing him out, and that's a bit of contact there as well. And there's even more contact from the front wing as well. He might be able to come back him, actually. Here, down the straight they go. He's gonna go to the inside. No, he's got the inside blocked up. He goes around the outside, early braking. He does the old switcheroo on him. Yes, he does, to the outside there, which switches to the inside for the next corner. Down the inside he goes, and he's got that move done on the AlphaTauri. And I'm sure that he will want to get that move, get that place back, but I don't think he will be able to. MF Underboss moves down to 8th place. He goes a little bit wide for good measure as well. Here he comes. Is he going to get around the outside? No, he doesn't have the place on the track, but he goes to the inside of the Mercedes, and he's got that move pretty much done. And he has that move done fully before the exit of that corner. Melvin climbing up to the final corner now. He went from pole to victory. Melvin wins the Chinese Grand Prix, and what a way to do it. What a Grand Prix to do it at. What a race that was. Melvin takes victory in Shanghai. What an absolutely awesome race that was, as the two Red Bulls come to the line. They are one's in the last place and one's in third. Samuel taking the final podium place from Yeragos is in second. Melvin obviously wins. In fourth place is Tim. And everyone behind him is still battling except the people that were lapped. As here you can see a battle already. The Mercedes going side by side with the AlphaTauri. This is a great battle in the final lap. Going through the long right-hander down the straight. He will have DRS. Can he blast past on the final lap? He goes to the left-hand side, and he's fully in front, probably a car's length in front. No, he's not a car's length in front. He's side by side through the penultimate corner. He locks up a little bit. This is his final chance to get that place, and I don't think he will, and no, he won't. But that is some late excitement in this Grand Prix. What a race that was, and what a way to finish.